Carlos. I own the label Multikill Recordings. Well, you know, I just wanted to do more multi-genre type stuff. It seems like we just keep doing dubstep anyway, but I wanted to, you know, to just do like more drum and bass, more break beats, maybe even some house music, glitch hop, mid-tempo stuff. So that, you know, and you know, Ultra Gore was kind of just doing, you know, filth and harder stuff. So I just branched off, and inspiration, well, I mean, the first artists we had on there, Pretty Ugly, were kind of the inspiration for the label. Just their whole style, kind of like a Colorado kind of bass music sound was kind of the only thing that comes to mind, really. And after that, you know, it's just kind of 1 week at a time, we've just been taking it. Well, just the artists, you know, I mean, the music's good, the music speaks for itself. We've got a great graphic designer, artist, Monster Box. He's been helping a lot with like the visual aspect of things and the branding, so that helped. And just Beatport in general, and you guys, you know, Symphonic Distribution has been a big part of just helping us kind of learn the ropes, you know, and it's been pretty easy actually, you know, just the fans, you know, as well. So I have to say fans, artists, and Beatport and you guys, just everybody kind of helping us out. It's been good. It really doesn't. I mean, that's just maybe like what's in our minds, you know. As far as the music, I mean, some of the music it correlates with, some of it doesn't. It's just something that we kind of like, you know, like skeletons and you know, gory type stuff. I mean, yeah, we're all into like, I mean, we all play like kind of harder stuff, but we're trying to get away from that, at least with this label. Like, it's kind of experimental. We're trying to go a little bit lighter, a little bit more poppy, but it always seems to come back to like harder type music, stateside bass music. So that's the kind of reflects in the art. That, I mean, we're trying to experiment with like lighter stuff, and it's kind of worked. Well, I mean, definitely get with some, you know, Symphonic Distribution really has been a big help. So, because you guys have art, you know, mastering services, and you guys take care of all basically the hard stuff. Just do your own thing, do your own sound, do what, you know, what you do, and try and be original, and experiment as well. You know, see what works. Always have 2 or 3 things ready to go, and like, don't limit yourself to certain dates or certain releases or certain artists, because that's only going to put you, don't pigeonhole yourself with that. So try and, you know, if one thing doesn't work out for this date, have something else ready to go. So that way, you know, it's less stress. But when you say, for example, I want to release it on this date, this artist, a million things can go wrong. So have 2 or 3 things on deck always to be able to like switch it up, so that you don't, you know, don't put yourself in a bad situation. That's probably the best advice I would have for up and coming labels. There's a lot of challenges. Just getting everything to fit together on time. You know, getting the art and the mastering, and that's why I say to have 2 or 3 things on deck always, so that's not a problem. So the biggest challenge is getting everything to just click at the right time. But other than that, I mean, another challenge I'd say would be like just the music is just changing, like the music business. I don't think people are buying as much music as before, and you just gotta adapt. You know, so maybe you're not making as much money as you would have before, but you're getting, you know, recognition or exposure. Just kind of mainly for exposure for your artists, and just to help everybody move forward. Well, I mean, the Maniac Agenda is just fantastic. They're a band. They do like EM rock. I keep my ear to the ground for them. Timeline, Pretty Ugly, Eagle Graphite from Ukraine. He's making some huge glitch hop tunes. And Tank Man's coming correct, doing some drum and bass. Taven's guy, this 16-year-old kid from Italy. He's just got great sound design. Yeah, like Minesweeper, Richie August is great from Chicago. Abducted Recordings Records has got a sister label now called Abducted LTD. It's all drum and bass. They're coming with some huge artists and they got a really nice release schedule for the spring and summer of 2014. Definitely look out for that. You know, a lot of people go on SoundCloud, and I don't really do that. We already have like a network of friends, and just what sounds good, and the music kind of just comes to us. You know, a lot of people like email us demos, and we encourage that. You know, when you hear something that sounds good, as long as the music's good, you know, like I said, we try not to pigeonhole ourselves with genres. So people say, well, do you take Electro-house or do you take glitch hop? Well, we take anything that's good, and you know, when you hear something and it's good, I mean, it just clicks. I mean, you just know right away, and sometimes that doesn't translate to sales. But I mean, does that even matter? It doesn't to us. You know, just if it sounds good and want to put it out there, we just go for it. You know, no regrets pretty much on that. That's how we basically choose people. We have also like a lot of our artists like recommend other people to us. I think that'd probably be the main way that we sign music. Somebody that we already work with will say, hey, my friend is getting better or is doing this and that, and then boom, branch off to that. You know, we don't really scour too much on the internet like on SoundCloud or anything like that, because there's so much to go through. So we like to kind of have things filtered for us already as best as possible. Definitely, you know, when you started hearing a lot of bass music in like commercials on TV, I thought, oh, here we go, it's over, you know, the bubble's gonna pop, but you just can't pigeonhole it, you know. I think there's gonna be a lot of glitch hop. It's still real popular, mid-tempo breaks. People really like bass heavy type things, so I think it's still gonna go strong. And you know, I think house music's gonna make a big comeback as well. I mean, everything goes in cycles, so. Dance music's here to stay. It definitely got more poppy and mainstream, but I mean, that's just good for everybody, I think. Well, I like it. I mean, how can you not like 808s? Taking a kick drum, you know, booms, great. I think it's just hip hop. I mean, that music's been around forever. I think it's great, I love it, you know. I think it's great for dance floors, and I think it's just gonna evolve, and I think it's fantastic, actually. So I really like it, and I think that it's. I mean, I think it mixes really well with like dubstep, and I think it's good. I really like it. I mean, a lot of people hate on trap, and I'm like, how could you hate on 808 kicks? I mean, how could you hate on that? Girls start freak dancing. What's wrong with that? You know, I think it's great. Well, this year, I mean, Abducted Records started at sister label, Abducted Ltd. That's coming up strong in 2014. We got the Assassins EP coming out April 14th. It's going to be a compilation of artists like Minesweeper, The Maniac Agenda. We got Igor Graphite on there, and it's going to be like maybe like 8 to 15 tracks. That's coming out. And you know, we're doing stuff every 2 weeks. We're doing a release. So we've got things coming out in 2014. It's going to be a good year for everybody, we think.